Hello everyone, if you clicked on today's video, you're probably wondering how to multiply fractions, and I'm going to be here to guide you, and we're going to go through this step by step. If you would like, you can pause the video when you see an equation, or you can solve it along with me as we go. So let's go right on to our first example. So I have 5 over 7 times 6 over 8. And the simple trick that you're going to want to do when you multiply fractions is strictly multiplying across. I believe some students may do the butterfly method out of a bit of confusion and overcomplication of these fractions, and it really stems from adding and subtracting fractions. So when you see this multiplication sign, just remember to multiply across. The only time you would do the butterfly method is when you're doing adding or subtracting fractions, and that's it. So you should see a plus or minus sign for that. For this, multiply across when you see the multiplication sign. So now, putting that into action, I'm going to do 5 times 6, and I get 30. And now I'm going to do 7 times 8, and I get 56. Now I can simplify this fraction, and I'm going to do so by using their greatest common factor, which would be 2. So dividing the numerator and denominator by 2, I get 15 over 28, and that is my simplified fraction. It cannot be simplified any further, and it is an improper fraction now. Going on to my next example, I have negative 9 over 4 times 11 over 3. Pause the video if you would like to solve, or solve it with me. So, remembering that I'm just going to be strictly multiplying across because I see that multiplication sign, I'm going to do negative 9 times 11, and I get negative 99. And I'm going to do 4 times 3, and I get 12. Now that I have this, I'm going to want to simplify by their greatest common factor, which would be 3 for both of them. So negative 99 divided by 3 and 12 divided by 3, I get negative 33 over 4. I can actually simplify this further because 4 is denominator, and I'm going to see how many times 4 can go into negative 33. So 4 can go into negative 33, and since negative 33 is the bigger number, make sure to drop your negative. So 4 can go into negative 33 8 times, which would be 32, and I would have 1 left over, so I put my remainder as the numerator, and of course I keep my denominator the same. And this is a mixed fraction. So now I have negative 8 and 1 over 4. And it's a negative because that 33 was the bigger number, and we drop our negative, of course. So make sure you don't forget that. Going on to our third example, I have 8 over 11 times 3 over 10. Remembering our rule of doing strictly multiplying across, I'm going to do 8 times 3, and I get 24, and of course 11 times 10, I get 110. Now, I'm going to simplify this a bit further, and I'm going to do this by their greatest common factor, which would be 2. So 24 divided by 2 and 110 divided by 2, I get 12 over 55. This fraction cannot be simplified any further, and I'm going to leave it as is. So, going back to my main points I made earlier, make sure you are strictly multiplying across when you see that multiplication sign between two fractions. It is very important that you remember that, and don't confuse it with the butterfly method because you only do that when you are adding or subtracting. And I believe that's where students commonly mix that up. So that is all for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I, the math tutor, signing out. Bye.